Hello, Disney friends, and welcome back to Dole Whip a Day, a place where we talk Disney. So this is actually the second take of this video that I have done, which really stinks because I actually really like the first take of this video. But the reason I'm having to refilm this video is because I am filming on my phone today instead of my camera. And now I hardly ever film on my phone. I usually run out of space on my phone because I have so many pictures that I don't have space to film a video. But I do have the space now. I got a new memory card and popped it right in there, so yay. But anyway, Disney with Michael. He's Disney with Michael on Instagram, but on YouTube he's Michael K. He recently has been filming a lot with his phone, and it actually looks really good. So I felt a little braver to go ahead and try filming with my phone to see if that fixes some of my lighting issues, my focus issues, clarity issues, things like that. Let me know what you think about the quality of this video in the comments below. But anyway, all of that to say, the first take of this video I filmed vertically, you know what I'm talking about, and so now I'm having to film it again horizontally because I cannot stand for things to not be the way that they're supposed to be. And I started uploading the other video to YouTube, but then I was like, nope, can't do it. It's got to look uniform with all of my other videos. But anyway, as you can, all of that to say, welcome, hi, good to see you. As you can tell, I am in a different location today. I'm actually in my classroom, so welcome to 4K, guys. Don't worry, there aren't any kids here. I'm not slacking off while I'm supposed to be teaching. But yeah, I was running some errands today. I had to get blood work done this morning. I have this nice little bandage to prove it, as you can see. You probably don't want to see, but anyway, I had to do that. Then I had to go drop off some things at Goodwill. I had to go to the bank. I just had a lot of things to do, and the kids are coming back to school on Monday. It's Wednesday now, and I wanted to come by here and get some things prepared, but there's really not that much to do, honestly, because we've been off for 3 weeks, so I've pretty much done everything that needs to be done before the kids come back. So while I had this downtime, I decided that I would sit down and film a video. So Louisa Ruby, she is a great Disney YouTuber. She has the sweetest personality. You guys should go check her out. But anyway, she did a video a few days ago, it might have been yesterday actually, about her budgeting and financial goals, really all of her goals, but she talked about her budgeting and financial goals for 2021. And so since it is a new year and it is this time of new beginnings and a fresh start and leaving the old behind, I kind of decided to follow suit and do something similar. I'm going to talk in this video about planning and budgeting and saving, but specifically saving for Disney. So I live for the times that I'm at Disney. The in-between times that I'm not at Disney, I kind of feel misplaced. It's like Disney is my home and all the other times is my home away from home, right? I need to stop rocking back and forth in this chair. It's probably driving y'all crazy, sorry. Anyway, so I live for those times when I'm at Disney, and I've been trying to get back to Disney for a really long time, but it just hasn't worked out because of the pandemic, because of finances. I really have only had steady employment since I was hired here at the school in August and had a full-time job, so I wasn't really able to save before like I am now. But anyway, I had saved a lot of money for Disney, and then I spent it all recently. It was for a good purpose. I promise you it's for a good purpose, but still, it's kind of heartbreaking. But anyway, I'm starting fresh from the beginning, a clean slate, and that's okay because it's the beginning of the year. It's a time for clean slates. It's a time to start new. So yeah. So I'm going to tell you the ideas that I have for saving for Disney. I'm no financial expert or anything, but hopefully you will like to hear these ideas. Some of them I have heard people recommend on other channels. Some of them I came up with myself. Some of them are more personal. Some of them are more universal. But I have my handy dandy notebook here. We are in kindergarten today, so we have to have handy dandy notebook like Blue's Clues. I didn't realize that show had come back until like a few months ago, and it's not the same. I think they have like the handy dandy iPad now or something instead of the handy dandy notebook. But anyway, let's get started. So my first idea is to start using my soda money for Disney. I'm calling it my water for Disney year. So I drink way too much soda, guys. I have a problem, a real problem. I drink Diet Coke specifically, but I drink like probably 3 of those a day. And I have been thinking for the past few months, like, oh my gosh, how much money could I save if I could just stop drinking soda? Like, really? But it's been so hard to stop because those things are addictive. Like, I think that diet soda is way more addictive than regular soda, just from personal experience. I could be completely wrong, but I think that there's something about the ingredients in diet soda that are more addictive than the ingredients in regular soda. Anyway, I waste so much money I spend so much money on sodas that I could be using for Disney. And so I was thinking last night, and I was like, you know what? I bet that I could give up soda for Disney. Like, there's a lot of things I couldn't give up soda for, but for Disney, come on. Like, I think I could do that. So what my plan is anytime I start craving a diet soda, maybe not anytime, but like most times that I start craving a diet soda, I plan to take that money that I would have spent on a soda and put it directly into my Disney savings account. I do have a separate Disney savings account. I'll get more into the details of that later, but I plan to put that money back straight into my Disney savings account. My next idea is to use my apps that I have on my phone, like Ibotta and Fetch, more frequently. So Ibotta and Fetch are cashback apps that you get for shopping at certain stores and buying certain products. You scan your receipt after you finish shopping, and then you earn points, and those points can be transferred or can be converted. That's what I'm looking for. That's the word I'm looking for. Can be converted into cash back. Now, Ibotta will actually deposit that money directly into your banking account, but Fetch, I think, is just gift cards. I'm pretty sure you can get Disney gift cards on both. But anyway, I plan to start using those apps more often. Now, a lot of times I forget to scan my receipts because I think, oh, what's like 25 points when you have to have 3,000 to get your first gift card, but it adds up over time, and every little bit helps, right? So I plan to use those apps more often and then use whatever cash back I earn, whatever gift cards I can earn for Disney. So that's my next idea. If you don't have these apps, you really should download them on your phone. It's essentially free money. Like, come on, it doesn't get better than that. My next idea is to budget my scraps towards Disney. So when I say budget my scraps, what I'm talking about is the money that is left over after I create my budget every week. So I don't get paid a round number. I doubt anybody really gets paid a round number, but I get paid, kind of an odd number. And I have, I get paid I get paid 6 times a month. That's right, because I have 3 jobs. For one of my jobs, I get paid weekly. For my other 2 jobs, I get paid monthly. So I do have income coming in every week. So the way that I do my budget is at the beginning of the month, I set out my budget goal. Like, this is where all of my money needs to go this month. But then I also break that down weekly as the money comes in. So every week after I break down what I need to use the money for that week based on my monthly budget, then there is usually an amount left over because, like I said, I don't get paid a round number. So if I'm putting $100 in savings, $25 towards gas, then maybe I'll have like $650 left over, let's say. So I'm planning on using that amount that's left over after I budget each week, the scraps, I plan to transfer directly into my Disney savings account. So the next thing that I plan to do, and I've done this before relatively successfully. One time it wasn't so successful, but most of the time it's more successful. Anyway, I've been talking about how I have a separate Disney savings account. That is true. So keep that in mind. I do have a separate Disney savings account. But once that savings account reaches a certain number, I take the money that is in that savings account, I take it out and use that money to purchase Disney gift cards. Now, the reason that I do this is because I don't know about you, you might be more disciplined than me, but if I have money just like sitting around in an account, then I'm gonna spend it eventually. You know, it's so easy just to reach into that account when you really, really want something, or, you know, want to go somewhere or do something with your friends, and you have the money there. It's really easy to just reach in and grab it and say, oh, $25 isn't so much, but then you do that 4 times and $100 is gone, you know? Anyway, so I use that. I take the money out and I use it to purchase Disney gift cards so that I can only use it for Disney purposes. Now, I do have to be careful because there is Shop Disney, and that can be tempting, but as long as I stay off of Shop Disney, I think I'll be okay. But anyway, yeah, you can use Disney gift cards to pay for a Disney trip. I will say a word of caution if you're listening to this video for tips and advice. Be careful though if you use Disney gift cards to purchase a Disney vacation, because if for some reason your vacation has to get canceled or postponed or whatever, the refund that you get will be to your method of payment. So I know that a lot of people ran into this issue back when a bunch of people had to cancel their trips because of the pandemic, but a lot of people had used Disney gift cards to pay for their trip, and they had thrown away the gift card after they had paid, and then there was no method of payment left for Disney to refund. So if you do use Disney gift cards to pay for a trip, I would recommend keeping the gift card until you get back from your trip, even if the balance is 0, just in case something happens and you have to cancel, so that your money can be refunded. But yeah, so that's a tip, is to use Disney gift cards if you're like me and will spend the money somewhere else if it's not on a Disney gift card. The next idea that I have is to start my own little side hustle as an editing business. Now, I'm not talking anything super fancy. I don't have all the skills and know-how for that, but I do plan to offer my services on Facebook for editing papers for college students and high school students and anyone who might need it, because I actually have a pretty extensive background in writing. I planned to be an English major for a really long time, and it didn't work out. I was more drawn to the world religion classes, and so that's what I ended up majoring in. Fun fact about me, I majored in world religion. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, I really love writing, and I have done fairly well with it in the past. I always got good grades on my papers and things like that. So I said, okay, here's a skill that I can use that I can turn into some income, because I'm not going to be somebody that can sell on Etsy. I don't have any like creative talents like that. I'm a writer, not a creative artist. Although I would argue that art is creative, that writing is creative. Yeah, I think I said that. Anyway, sorry. So I plan to turn that into a business and hopefully make a little bit of income. And whatever I make doing that, whether it's just like $5 or $100, I plan to put towards Disney. My next idea, now this one is going to be a big challenge with me because I am a sentimental hoarder. No, I'm not really a hoarder, but I collect things sentimentally. And I really like books, especially. If you guys have seen where I usually film in my room at home, you see all those books behind me. Like, that's like not even half of the books that I own. I own a ton of books, and it's so hard for me to get rid of books because to me books are sacred. It's the writer in me, I think, the person who always loved to read. I was the kid who like had a book 24/7. I was really cool in school, guys. But anyway, I have a plan to sell 5 things a month, probably 5 books for the most part, 5 books a month. I think that if anything can motivate me to get rid of some of those books, it's Disney. So I'm going to try to sell at least 5 a month, and whatever I make from that, if I make anything, hopefully I will. Sometimes I don't have so much luck selling on Facebook, but I'll try to find, if you know a better place to sell books, leave it in the comments below. I tried to sell it on Amazon, but like Amazon was wanting me to create a seller account and pay them a certain fee every month, so I'm not too sure about that. But anyway, whatever I make, whether it's just a little bit or a lot, I plan to put towards Disney. My next idea is just a personal decision that I made to go ahead from the get-go. You know how I said I create a budget at the beginning of every month? I want to go ahead and take the money or take the budget and go ahead and allot $100 each month specifically for Disney, just from the outset. So that's just part of my budgeting plan for this year. So that would be my baseline. So the least that I would say for Disney a month would be 100. Hopefully a lot more, but the baseline would be 100. The next idea that I have is to get a summer job. So I'm on a 12-month contract with the school where I work, which means I'm getting paid 12 months out of the year, even when I'm out for the summer. So I plan to get a summer job working retail or fast food or maybe at a daycare, something like that. I have experience in all those areas. But the benefit of that is that because I'm still getting paid from the school here, I would be making double income essentially. Probably not quite double, but you get the point. And so all of that money that I make, I plan to use for two purposes. One, to pay off student loans, and two, to save for Disney. The next idea that I have is kind of contingent upon other people, but we're waiting to see. I applied for a Disney visa. I've heard that it's hard to get approved for a Disney visa, so we'll see where this goes. But I have been on a long journey with credit cards. I have traditionally, historically, been pretty financially responsible, but I did go through a few periods in my life where I was really struggling to be responsible with credit cards, but that was due to my mental health and a lot of other things that was going on at that time in my life. But since then, I have grown a lot and become a lot more responsible. The idea of having a credit card is a little bit scary for me. I have just paid off 2 credit cards. I have one that I'm still paying off. They're like store credit cards, not generic credit cards that I maxed out. But I'm still paying off one of them. But I have become, like I said, a lot more responsible with credit cards. So what I plan to do is if I get a Disney visa, is I plan to give it to my mom. It might sound childish, but hey, you do what you gotta do. And that is the adult decision to make, even if it seems like a childish decision. If it's the best decision, then it is a mature decision, is the way I see it. I plan to give that card to my mom and use it only for Disney purchases and for gas purchases. So I plan to use that money to purchase gas and then immediately pay off the gas balance that I just used off of my credit card. So it's just coming out of my budget. It's not technically on credit. Like I have the money in the bank. I just use my credit card to pay for it and then immediately pay off that balance. But the Disney Visa has a lot of benefits. I don't honestly know all the benefits. I am still waiting to see if I get approved, and then I will read a little bit more about it. But I do know that you can get savings at Disney, savings on a Disney trip. I think there's some cashback benefits involved with it. So I'm really hoping for the best, but if it doesn't work out, we'll just come up with another idea. So yeah, that is my 9 ideas, guys, and leaving this off on an odd number like 9 is going to drive me crazy, probably drive you crazy too. So what I decided to do is I decided that you guys can give me my 10th tip for saving money for Disney. So if you have an idea for saving money for Disney, please leave it in the comments below. I would love to hear it, and I will pick out one of your comments and say what the 10th thing to save, or the 10th idea for saving for Disney is, in my next video. So it's been really great talking to you guys. Thank you for bearing with me here in a different location on a different device. I'm all about change. You gotta keep moving forward, doing what you gotta do, make changes. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. I hope you guys are doing really, really well, staying warm, staying healthy, staying safe. Until next time, be blessed. Bye-bye.